Hello and welcome to Console Cowboys. So today we're going to talk about learning strategies. Minimal viable learning, meaning the minimal amount of learning you have to do per day over a period of time to reach your goals. Now, most people, or the people that I know, what they do usually is they get really excited about something new and they go really, really hard in it. And then life happens. It gets thrown under the rug. They completely forget about it and they go back to that thing maybe 3 months from now and they're starting over. So maybe they're learning to code. They get to a level where they're starting to understand the syntax. Then life happens, they get back to it, and just over and over and over and over again, and they never learn to code. So what we're going to do is the exact opposite of that. Instead of getting super excited and going hard, we're going to do a little bit every single day over a long period of time. For me, I usually like 18 months because you can get to a level of mastery and far surpass most people at an advanced level in 18 months of time on one subject consistently every day. But you could do 12 months or 6 months. It really depends what your goals are, what you're trying to achieve. So let's put a concrete example to this. So let's say that you want to become a penetration tester. So you have a Hack the Box membership. Now you need to know web and network penetration testing as a base level junior penetration tester. You need to be able to actually apply it. So you need to pick subjects and classes that actually force you to do labs and you learn real things. So you have 279 sections in web penetration tester and 495 sections in the penetration testing path. What we want to do is 2 sections a day. Now that could take us 5 minutes for a section. It might take us 30 minutes. It really depends on the section. But usually it takes about 20 to 30 minutes a day to do 2 sections a day. It's a very low investment, but here's where this pays off. We'll do some quick math. So if we have 279 sections, that's 139 days. If we have 495 sections, that's 247 days. So in all, this takes about 1 year to get through both of these with 20, 30 minutes a day. But what gets better is 40% of these courses are overlap. So actually it's going to be like 3/4 of a year and you're done with these and you can start applying them in a job, put them on maintenance mode as you learn more advanced things with your 30 minutes a day. So how do I like to structure this? Generally, I like to do one course. So let's say one of these Hack the Box courses at a time, 2 sections a day. And then I like to do one book. Now, books are designated in chapters and pages. Chapters can be any length, so I like to do pages. Pages about 10 pages a day. Take you like 20 minutes to read it. So I'll usually always just leave a book on my desk. So right now I have like this design patterns type of book on my desk. It's like 500 pages. I will read that 10 pages a day. In 2 months, I'll be done with all the labs and all the pages. And then I'll apply that to the penetration testing that we're doing here, developing tools, automating scripts for all the things that we did throughout the course that I feel I can automate or make better use of with my own tool sets. Now I'm integrating those things in together, right? But this is all taking me, 20 minutes to read a book a day, 30 minutes or less to do these sections. So I'm under an hour a day. And I'm getting a ton of work in over a long period of time. And I'm reaching a very high level of mastery over a long period of time. And I'm not getting burnt out. And if you had a bunch of family stuff to do that day, you can literally finish these 2 sections in 20 minutes while you're drinking a coffee in the morning. Go do your stuff with your kids, come back, read 10 pages before you go to bed, you're done. This didn't take a lot of time out of your life. It was super, super easy. So let's give you more concrete examples. How do we track this? Simple. We don't need special gadgets. We just need a piece of paper. So here's my whiteboard, my actual whiteboard. I have my learning paths. So you're just going to do 2 things. Don't do 4 things. Do as I say, not as I do. But so I have my Hack the Box AD path up here. I'm going to do 2 sections a day. I'm on the 5th day of the year. I have 5 check boxes. I'm also doing the Python book, 10 pages a day. I haven't done that yet today. And then I have a red team book and a C++ stuff I'm doing on the side. Those are not as important. They take me much less time. But we're just going to check it off each day until it's done, and then we're going to knock it off. And then we can go a little lighter for a while and only do one of those things. So like when you finish off that Python book, you could just keep doing those 2 sections a day until you find another subject that excites you that there's a book for, and then add the book in. So you just let those fall off, and once they're all gone, figure out what's next and continue on like that. Now, how can we use this in other parts of our life? Because it's not just learning. It's also execution in life on all sorts of things. Health, wealth, love, happiness, all these things. So I'll give you another concrete example. I have a performance coming up soon. It requires a lot of acrobatics and breakdancing, etc. So what do? I do the exact same thing. Nothing changes. So right here, performance. I put it on my board. Here's some drills I need to run and some skills I need for the choreography, right? And I'll do them every day. So I need some flips and stuff like aerials. So I'm going to do like 10 aerials a day. I'm not just going to beat myself up. I'm just going to do 10 aerials a day, and they're slowly going to get better over time. I need to do windmills for breakdancing. So I'll do 5 rounds of 5 windmills daily. And then as I get to a level that I'm comfortable with, then those will drop off, and I'll just do them maybe once a week and keep them on maintenance mode. And then as all of these drop off and the list is empty, I'm just going to work on the choreography for the performance, which will give me practice on these, but these are already perfect. I just have to worry about the sequence of events, not the actual skill sets. And so it's the same thing as with your learning path. You're going to learn all those things, and then you're going to apply them at your job for real on maintenance mode and keep those skill sets up at a real level of actually doing things while you learn new things. Minimal, viable, everything every day to a reasonable extent, right? You don't want to build up 50,000 things you're doing with a little bit every day, or else you run into the same burnout problem. So choose the things that are most important to you, right? So maybe it is your book and your course every day, and then you're going to do some kind of workout every day for 20 minutes. So you just have that checked off. Maybe it's cardio one day and lifting the next day, and you just check that off, and that's the only thing you have in, like, say, this column here, right? Because you don't have performances you have to deal with. You're just trying to get stuff on track for your health in that part of your life. So this is what I like to call minimal viable learning. So write down in the description below what you're working on and what your strategy is for that. And I will catch you guys later, and hopefully you learned something from this video. This is how I structure stuff for other people so they get where they need to go in a reasonable time frame at an advanced level.